Have you ever had this kind of experience? You always feel like there's a hidden meaning behind what others say. You constantly suspect that you've done something wrong. You're afraid that others might dislike you. When you talk to someone and their expression seems off, you can think about it for an entire day. Did I say something wrong? You keep analyzing their actions, expressions, and tone, trying to figure out whether you did something wrong. You worry about making mistakes or failing, and your mind feels like a runaway horse you can't control. Especially at night, before going to sleep, your head is full of things to think about. When doing things, you also tend to simulate every possible outcome from beginning to end. But when it comes time to make a decision, you hesitate and hold yourself back. Note, this is not careful thinking. This is You might ask, why can some people be carefree and relaxed, while I feel like a human analysis machine, constantly analyzing myself and others every day? The answer is often hidden in your upbringing. A family environment with extremely low tolerance for mistakes. Imagine growing up in a place where making a mistake equals disaster. Failing an exam, being scolded. Why are you so stupid? Breaking a bowl, being yelled at. What can you even do, right? Saying the wrong thing gives being criticized. Why are you so insensitive? In such an environment, your brain develops a survival strategy. I must anticipate every possible mistake in advance. I must constantly check everything I say and do. Only then can I feel safe. Because your subconscious keeps telling you, think more, think even more. That's the only way to preserve what little sense of safety you have. This is not your fault. This is a survival mode. Your brain learned to protect you. The natural traits of highly sensitive people. About 15 to 20% of people are highly sensitive. They are naturally more attuned to environmental stimuli, other people's emotions, and subtle changes. This is not a disorder or a flaw, but an innate trait. Highly sensitive people process information more deeply and more carefully than others. This is an advantage. For example, you can notice details others miss, and you can deeply appreciate art and literature. But the cost is, you are also more prone to overthink. Many people think overthinking is just a mental problem. But for those who overthink for a long time, the body often sends distress signals before the mind does. Have you ever experienced this? When someone raises their voice or speaks harshly, you feel afraid. When facing conflict, your body starts trembling, sweating, and your heart races. Nothing major has happened, yet you suddenly feel like crying. This is called a somatic response, when psychological stress becomes too great to release normally. The body speaks for you. Psychological research shows that people who overthink for a long time often remain in a state of low-level chronic stress. Cortisol stress hormone levels remain elevated. Heart rate variability decreases, meaning the autonomic nervous system is out of balance. More likely to experience digestive issues, headaches, and weakened immunity. Your body is telling you, this way, enough. Stop. After talking about all these problems, we finally arrive at the most important question: do we stop? There are many methods out there. Journaling, meditation, cognitive behavioral therapy, all of them can help. But today I want to share the simplest and most easily overlooked core principle. Cold treatment toward thoughts do not respond. Why is not responding so effective? You need to understand that thoughts have an entropy increasing nature. They tend to expand and grow continuously. Like a fire, if you keep adding fuel, it will burn bigger and bigger. If you respond to the initial thought, you fall into its trap. For example, a thought suddenly pops into your mind, what should I eat tonight? If you respond, maybe ramen, then it spirals. Which ramen place should I go to? That one is too far. This one has average reviews. Maybe pizza instead? Or a burger. Wait, will a burger make me gain weight? Forget it. I won't eat. But I'm hungry. Just like that, a simple question turns into 20 minutes of mental exhaustion. So the keys: do not respond to the initial thought. Cut it off at the source. Step 1. Identify the initial thought when your brain starts running at high speed. Ask yourself, what was the very first thought? For example, it's not does he dislike me? That's already a derived thought. The initial thought might be, he didn't look at me just now. Step 2. Label the thought. Tell yourself, oh, there's a thought again. That's it. Don't judge it. Don't analyze it. Don't argue with it. Just like watching clouds pass in the sky, notice it, then let it go. Step 3. Do not respond. This is the most important step. When a negative thought appears, what you need to do is nothing. Do not refute it. How can I think like this? Do not question it. Why am I thinking this? Do not act on it. What should I do to fix this? Do nothing. Give it the cold treatment. Step 4. Bring your attention back to the present moment. The essence of overthinking is living either in the past or in the future. So the most direct way to stop overthinking is to return to now. You can feel your breathing. The air entering your nose, your abdomen rising and falling. Feel your body, your feet on the ground, your hands touching the surface of a table. Observe your surroundings. What colors do you see? What sounds do you hear? When you bring your attention back to this moment, the brain's rumination mode gets interrupted. Besides the core principle of not responding, the following techniques can also help you improve overthinking in the long term. Technique 1. Set a worry time. Set a fixed worry time every day. For example, 4 o'clock to 4:20 p.m. When you start overthinking outside that time, tell yourself now is not the time to worry. I will think about this at 4 o'clock. When 4 o'clock comes, you may find that many of those problems are no longer worth thinking about. Technique 2. Use action to interrupt thinking. Overthinkers often have one trait. They think too much and act too little. Next time you catch yourself overanalyzing something, force yourself to get up and do something, anything. Pour a glass of water. Do 10 squats. Wash a dish. Water a plant. Action is the antidote to Technique 3. Practice self-compassion. This is the most important one. When you notice yourself overthinking again, don't criticize yourself. Why am I like this again? Instead, tell yourself, it's okay. My brain is trying to protect me. It's just using the wrong method. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself, I'm already doing well. Because you were not allowed to make mistakes as a child, now you need to become the person who allows yourself to make mistakes. If you are an overthinker, I want to tell you this. You are not thinking too much. You are just trying too hard to feel safe. Those unstoppable thoughts, those repeated mental simulations, are not because you are not good enough, but because you once lived in a world where mistakes were not allowed. Your brain learned to trade more thinking for more safety. But now, you have grown up. You are no longer that child who had to survive by being extremely careful. Now, you can make a new choice. Say to that constantly thinking voice, thank you for trying to protect me. But now, let me take over. Then gently bring your attention back to the present, back to your breathing, back to the ground beneath your feet. Back to this moment. The only moment that is real. Take it slowly. You don't need to stop thinking all at once. You only need to, the next time a thought arises, try not to respond to it. That is the beginning of change.